657.
All day, dog.
82, 82.
Wentz now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Shorty, shorty, shorty.
Wentz now on first down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Matt Ioannidis. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Black.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams...
And now a fumble. The ball's out. Into the Redskins have it. They do. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now. It's caught inside the 25. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 47 yards. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that
one. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Swearinger. He's at the 50. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Nigel Bradham brings him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Hey, on. Hey. You got 3.
From the gun, here's Smith. He's going to fire one deep over them. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Hey, let's settle in. Come on, we're good. Hey.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Hey, let's roll.
On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken a first quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Run, run.
On first down, Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throw left side is complete to Reed. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick.
Smith on 3rd down. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On first down, Smith. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Throwing on third down, Smith. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Josh Doxson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. This is a giant. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 2 yards on that play. And just like that, it's third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Go, go. 120. Black, come on.
Now Wentz on third down. Aguilar has it. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Wentz now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
Good chip. Run.
They run with Ajayi. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Wentz going to try and throw on third. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A first down for the Eagles. Wentz fighting the former Raven Wallace. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Drops it off to Ajayi. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10.
On.
Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On the handoff, it's Geis. Wiggles free. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Smith. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. Richardson has it. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He'll check it down to Geis. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. They'll hand it down to Geis. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Nice move there by Darius Geis, and he got on my radar in 2016 when he was filling in a lot for Leonard Fournette because he had ankle issues at LSU. And the first time I saw him play, over 200 yards on the ground, a lot of long runs, but he also broke a lot of tackles as well. That's why people had him on their radar for this draft and think that he can be a featured runner, and Washington's counting on it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
To throw is Smith. Being chased, and he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Alex Smith with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Here we go.
Right there. 54. Right there.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it. Right side. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Wentz now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Run.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Now Wentz again. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
Let's go. Great 15.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the kick by Elliott is good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. On the ground, it's Geis. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, this is Geis. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Fields left, fields left.
They'll try the air now with Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Smith keeps it on the sneak. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Hey, gun. Orange.
They snap it to Smith. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On first down, Wentz. That one caught by Gibson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jonathan Allen in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best. and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal. Wentz now to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. They come out here in the eye.
Black.
They'll try to run with a J. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles are back within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. Elliott now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw, Smith. It's brought in by Dodson. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Doctson, 85 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here we go.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. Flexing his muscle at the 30 and up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Completes it to Aguilar. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, and even 50 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Hey, stash.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
Go.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Dumps it off for Geis. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Now Smith. And this one complete to Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back. Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? Wentz now on 1st down. They set up the screen to Ajayi. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Great 15, great 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 43 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did. I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he's going to go down again. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Wentz, flush to his right. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Hey, gun.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Fielded at the 43. And now running right through it. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
Black, come on.
Hey.
Wentz to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a pickup of 7, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Watch tight.
Let's go.
You got 3 down.
Good chip. Run.
Mike's by 4.
Now Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here we go. 180.
6 man. Check curls.
Shorty.
Switch. 54.
Hey, ram.
Watch 54.
To throw is Wentz. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way to the big guy on the ground?
And Jeffrey's got it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. To the right. That's a bad miss. No good. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny. Destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Here we go, here we go. 120! Hey, ram!
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
They'll toss it to Ajayi. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
You have to give big-time credit to the cornerback on that play. Most of them like to just sit back and say, I'm playing pass. But he diagnosed that play so fast and got into the backfield for a loss of yardage. That's a monster play by a corner.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert.
Watch screen. Watch
Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Well, part 1 is done, now part 2. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Smith with his first throw of OT. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Thompson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Smith now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. 2 minutes to go here in overtime. We'll be back after this.
Let's go.
Play action. It's Smith. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. But partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Redskins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.